Welcome to the Powerful Female Leaders Podcast. I'm your host, Anna Patricia Bourgeois, certified business coach. I am here to help you up-level, generate consistent wealth, increase your confidence, attract dream clients, and master your mindset so that you can fully own your power and achieve next-level results in your online business and beyond. Every week, a powerful conversation will take place with amazing guests, or I'll share from my experience to help inspire you to start and scale the business of your dreams while being powerfully you. The time has come to stop playing small, stop hiding, and stop waiting. Now is the perfect time for you to passionately pursue your heart's desire as the powerful leader you were born to be. Are you ready? Let's do this. So let's start with a little story time. You guys know how much I love stories. A few weeks back, I got approached by a PR agency. And they told me, look, we're working on this article. It's for Yahoo Finance. And I was just like, wait a minute. How did you find me? Like, what's going on? Like, I didn't get it at first. I'm like, okay, but how many coaches are going to be featured in that article? Like, I was like all over the place. And they're like, oh, we found you through hashtag on Instagram. We really love what you're all about. We'd love to feature you. And I always knew I was going to be in the media someday, but I didn't know it was going to be this soon for my own business. So I was honestly shocked that she decided to contact me and wanted to feature me as the top 10 business coaches out there, right? And I was truly grateful, honored, but I also knew it had something to do with the fact that I've been building my online brand for over a year now. So yeah, consistency is key, my friends. Having an established brand will truly make all the difference in your life, in your business. And when you do have a solid brand, people will easily find you, be attracted to you. People will want to feature you in their publications. People will want to collaborate with you, get you on their podcast or whatever they have going on. Ideal clients will want to work with you, hire you, invest with you because they see you, they trust you, they love you, and they want to be in your energy. It's that simple, okay? So when you have a strong brand awareness, this is where trust is built. So in this masterclass, I'm gonna give you the different elements that really makes a personal brand stand out. First things first, your unique factor. Okay, so creating a brand online is all about you finding what makes you different. Because let's be honest, there's probably a million other coaches out there, but what makes you different? And you need to find that unique element, that unique factor about you and share it with the world with enthusiasm and love and energy and excitement. So I highly encourage you to start looking at your background, your experiences, look at your results. Look at the results of your clients, right? Look at how far you've grown this year, right? This year has thrown us so many obstacles and we're still here. We are still standing strong, right? We're still showing up. So I'm really, really proud of you for showing up today and being here today, because that means that you didn't let any external circumstances slow you down, right? You have that passion in you, okay? You're here for a reason. Look at how many challenges you've overcome. Take a moment, look back, and reflect. Because maybe others are doing the same thing as you, but nobody is you, right? Remember that. Nobody is you. You have a special way of expressing yourself, the words you use, the vibe around you, your aura, your energy, everything about you is different, okay? So we have to embrace everything that we are and make sure that we express it, okay? Don't be afraid to express who you are.
We want to see it. I want you, take a moment. If you need to journal about it. But honestly, take a moment and really understand that you are special and that you have something that not everyone has. And when you find what that is, scream it, like put it everywhere, like celebrate it. Don't be afraid to share your truth, okay? And all the facets of who you are, okay? Because yes, we're coaches, we're leaders, we run businesses, but we also have different facets of ourselves, right? Share more about your life, about who you are, about what you do, about what you love, okay? Share more of that because you're going to create that connection as well. And people will be magnetized to that because they're going to feel like they know you. They know you on a deeper level. So action step number 1, because yes, I'm giving you action steps for each element so you can go out there and start implementing this right away and start really building your strong personal brand, okay? So action step number 1, what's one thing that you could share today with your audience that will inspire them to change, right? Because when we show that we're moving, that we're doing, that we're creating, or whatever it is that we're doing, it inspires others to be like, oh, I want to do that too. I want to move too. I want to keep going too. Element number 2, and I hope you're taking some notes here. The second element is one specific message that speaks to one specific audience. When your message is so strong, people relate to it. And that's what builds trust and likability, right? So when we narrow down our message and when we share about why we're doing what we're doing or why it's important to us, then, that's when everything happens. That's when the connections get made, the trust gets made, people get to, they're starting to get to know us, like us, trust us, and people who connect, who relate, are 10 times more likely to invest with you. And, they want your help. Amongst all the other people out there, they're going to go to you. I'm going to share my one message, and you tell me if you relate to it, okay? So I started my business because I wanted freedom. Time freedom, location freedom, financial freedom. And after seeing my mom, I was 15 years old. My parents got divorced. And after seeing my mom struggle with bills, with mortgages, with all the things, and I had to help her. I had to get a job. I had to help my mom, right? And I knew in that instance that that's not what I wanted for my life, right? I was like, hell no, this is not what I want. I don't want to be in a rat race, in the 9 to 5, in a job I hate, struggling to pay bills, struggling to make ends meet, right? It was a lot at that young age, and I learned from that age that I didn't want that for my life. So my message is that I believe that life is so much more than working a 9 to 5 and paying bills and die. I believe we're all here for a specific reason. And we all have the power to become financially free by simply being ourselves and sharing our gifts with the world through social media and personal branding. That's what I believe, and that's my message, right? And yeah, I truly do believe it, and I truly do believe that we can all get paid very, very well doing something we love. And I'm not saying right now that if you're in a 9 to 5 and you love it, that's perfect. That's perfect, okay? That's my story, my message, right? So anything is possible. If you love your 9 to 5 and you want to start a business, do it, right? If you don't love your 9 to 5 and you want to start a business, do it. No matter what your situation is, I truly do believe that there's always a way to really live passionately about what we do and get paid very well for it, okay? So this is the message that I share on social media. and that really allowed me to grow my brand. Because when I share that story of myself at 15 and I saw the struggle and I kept going and I kept doing the things, but I knew there was something bigger for myself. I knew I was meant for more. I know deep down somewhere, you all identify with this at a certain level, right? Because you are all powerful women and you all want more out of life and you desire to achieve a freedom on a certain level, right? You all desire to make more impact while doing what you love. So this is what I mean by speaking to one specific audience, because obviously this message here wouldn't apply to someone who is fine with settling for less or is fine with, you know, being in the 9 to 5 and that's it, that's all, you know. So you see what I mean here? It's like your message to your one audience, it's so crucial. And remember, we are not meant to work with everyone. Always keep in mind that that specific person you're speaking to, your message is going to resonate 10 times more with them. It's going to be 10 times more powerful to them. Okay? So are you able to describe your message like in a short sentence or two? So if you know what your message is, share it with us in the comments. I want to know what your message is, who your audience is. The more clarity we gain around this earlier, the better. This is something that it's just so close to my heart. And I see so many entrepreneurs really struggle with this because they let their minds be like, no, you have to speak to everyone. You have to work with everyone. But believe me when I say it's so much more powerful when you're able to narrow it down. Element number 3. So this is the biggest one, and this is my favorite one. Having amazing content, branding, and visuals. So this is what's going to set your personal brand apart. And I've always said this. If you've been following me for a while, you know I've always said this, that content is king, okay? Content is everything in your online businesses. So I want you to think about your ideal clients, okay? What do they need to hear in order for them to take action? In order for them to say, I don't want to do this anymore. Let's start this business. Let's take it seriously, right? What do they need to hear? So like I said, you're always 10 steps ahead of them, right? You're already in your business. You're already doing the things. You've already lived what they're going to live very soon if they do commit to this, if they do take the leap, right? So I want you to come up with your umbrellas and topics for each, so let's say they want to start a business, right? So the umbrellas could be mindset. That's a huge umbrella. And under this umbrella, the topics could be limiting beliefs, comparison, like people who compare with everyone, right? Fear of being seen, fear of success. Like there's so many things we could talk about under the mindset umbrella, right? And that's how we never run out of content in our businesses online, because we know our ideal clients so well, and we know what they might face when they're going to start the thing or do the thing, right? If you're in the health niche, what are the mindset? What comes up for them, right? The one I can think of is, oh, I don't want to be restricted in my diet. So that's one topic we could talk about in our content. And not because we talk about it once, we stop talking about it. We always have to talk about it in different ways, in different angles, bring different stories in, right? So there's a million ways to do this, but you have to understand that your ideal clients are going to go through a whole journey, a whole transformation. A lot of things are going to happen. What's one thing you can tell them today to help them get closer to their goals? Truly step back and really go in their shoes and analyze what you did to get to where you are today. I hope this makes sense. And the other big thing here is I want you to show them. Always show people what you did. Like, don't tell them what to do. Show them what you did in your own life, in your own experiences. Show them that you're leading yourself and you're still leading yourself in your own life, in your own business. Because if you want people to invest in you, you have to show them how you're investing in yourself first, right? If you move, people will move with you. They will want to move with you. So ask yourself, like, really walk the talk here. Because we are coaches, right? We have to walk the talk. We have to do what we preach, right? And when we show that we're leading ourselves, like I said, people we want to lead themselves too, and they want to have your help to do it. Always speak from your heart. Always, always just take a moment, take a deep breath, and just think about where you were, the obstacles, how you got to where you are, and just let it flow. Just write your content or show up live or do a video just speaking from your heart. Because when we put all these restrictions or step-by-step way of creating content or doing things, it like restrains us from what we really want to say. So just say what you really want to say. Because the more authentic you are, the more it comes from your heart, the more people can feel it. People can feel it when it's either forced, either too revised, too structural. Just be yourself and just speak as if you were speaking to a friend. So for branding and visuals, this is something you should also pay really closely attention to, because visuals, they evoke a feeling. And when you get it right, the people in your audience will want to be part of it. No matter if it's a free group, a podcast, a program, an offer, no matter what it is, if we nail our visuals and our branding for that particular thing, and people can feel the emotions, they're going to be 10 times more likely to be like, yes, I want in. I want to participate in that thing. I want to join that group. I want to listen to that podcast, right? So think about your next thing, right? Whatever you're working on right now, think about it. Think about what's the emotion you want to invoke in your audience. So action step number 3. Are you currently sharing and showing how you're leading yourself? Yes or no? Be honest. Element number 4. Consistency, cohesiveness, and clarity. You need to have all 3 for your brand to stand out online. Okay? So the coaches and leaders who do really, 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 really well for themselves and turn their business into client magnets are the ones that work at it. Okay? They try different angles, they invest in their business, they provide value, they stay consistent and persistent. I'm not going to sugarcoat things. I'm not going to say, oh, it's super easy to build an online brand. Like, you have to put in the work, okay? You have to be consistent. And the other thing is that you have to know your mission, okay? The way we stay consistent is because we know our mission and we know that it's bigger than our excuses and our limiting beliefs, right? And the more we connect with our mission, our why we're doing this, the more we're able to say, not today. Like, I don't have time to listen to my doubts, my what ifs, my limiting beliefs, my limiting stories. Like, I don't have time for that. And we just show up, even when it's not perfect, even when we're scared, even when we know there's a million different other coaches out there. We're still showing up because ultimately we know that consistency matters, and we know that we're all on imperfect journeys and we're all evolving. And it's a beautiful thing, okay? We're all on different journeys. We're all on different timelines, and it's all beautiful and it's all okay. Remember this. I know it's easy to compare. I know it's easy to doubt ourselves. You know, there's so many different doubts and things that could go through our minds. But ultimately, when we're so close to our mission and when we know the power that we have, when we're aware that we can change lives, when we are aware that we can truly, truly help our clients get to the next level, whether it's like making more money, whether it's losing weight, whatever it is that you do, you have the power to change lives. And that's why we're doing this. So always think about that before you hesitate to post or go live or create a branding, right? You know that little moment of hesitation, you're like, should I post this or not? We all have those, okay? I still do have them, okay? But I always remind myself that I've helped so many amazing women already, and there's no reason why I shouldn't continue and why I shouldn't keep building and showing up and being my best self online, okay? It's a beautiful thing. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. We're all on different journeys. And that's a beautiful thing. So cohesiveness is also important because trust is built when our brands are cohesive. So if I go on Facebook and I go on your Instagram, if one is not cohesive with the other, then I start asking myself questions like, it shows that something is wonky. Something in the background is happening, and people can feel it when you're pulling out, you're pulling in, when you're not 100% in. Are you committed to being consistent? Are you committed to being cohesive in all different platforms? Are you committed? Most often time, what happens is we're not clear. Most often time, that's what happens. Because if we're not clear on our mission, if we're not clear on our message, if we're not clear on our unique factor, our content, if we're stuck, we don't know what to say, we don't know how to show up, we don't know how to come up with our offers, with new programs, with masterclasses. It's all in the clarity. And that's why we hire coaches, for them to help us get more clarity about what we're doing, right? But honestly, most oftentimes it comes from a lack of clarity. Action step number 4, I want you to rate yourself out of 5 for each category. So out of 5 in consistency, where are you? Out of 5 in cohesiveness, where are you? Out of 5 in clarity, where are you? It's really important to do this work, okay? You need to really be aware. Like, this is the time to go all in, 100% in, and being aware of what we're doing now, what needs more attention, and what can we adjust and do better. Because we're all here to do better. So to recap, first thing, your unique factor, okay? What is it? Secondly, your message to one audience. Who are they? What's your message? Third element, your content, branding, and visuals. Where are you? Are they on point? Have you started creating content? Have you started your branding for your different programs and offers? Do they evoke an emotion? And lastly, being consistent, cohesive, and clear in everything you do online. This masterclass was a tiny, tiny piece of what I'll be covering in my new program, Perfect Personal Brand. So if you love this masterclass and you feel like you want to go deeper with this concept, Perfect Personal Brand is your next step. Because having a strong personal brand is honestly a deal breaker for your business. It builds the like, the know, the trust. It's really where people are like, I love you. I want to pay you. I want to get in your programs. I want to feature you. I want to do this. I want to do that, right? And this special group container will really help you master your personal brand from A to Z. Like, I'm going to go in live like this. You're going to get trainings, my live energy. You're going to get the group, like the vibe of the group. Like it's going to be just amazing. You will know exactly how to grow your platforms. I'm going to share all my best tips, tricks for each platform. And honestly, it's going to be amazing. I'm so excited about it. And only this week, when you sign up for PPB and you pay in full, you'll also get my podcast creation mini course at 50% off. Okay. So this is an amazing, amazing opportunity. Having a podcast is an extension of your brand. So it's like a perfect match, honestly. It's a perfect match. So if you're interested, PPB starts in January, 11th of January. It's going to run for 2 weeks of training, 2 weeks of catch up. It's going to be amazing. Okay. I'm so excited about it. Message me if you want to get in PPB, get 50% off my podcast mini course. It's going to be awesome. Also, huge announcement. I've never done this before. Okay. Never, ever, ever done this before. I'm also offering a Q1 bundle. Okay. So what that means is I'm going to have 3 programs starting in January. And you can get in all 3 programs for a special price too. So you decide if you want to get in one of them or all of them at a special price. So the 3 programs are the Perfect Personal Brand, the Podcast Mini Course, and my Powerhouse Leader Mastermind. Okay. Having a mastermind, it really changed my life. Like I'm in a high level coaching container mastermind, and it's just blew my mind right now. Okay. So what's the difference between a program and a mastermind? A program is where I'll be teaching you stuff, and a mastermind is a smaller group container where we are all sharing our experiences. We are all coaching one another, giving one another advice or sharing our experiences. Okay. And the mastermind is really for you if you're ready to expand and you're ready to do the inner work. You're ready to do the strategy work to really reach the next level. And yes, you're going to get triggered by the women in the mastermind, but getting triggered is a really, really good thing because it shows you what you still need to work on your mindset. And it also shows you what's possible. Okay. It shows you what's possible and how closer it is to you than you imagine. Okay. The women in my mastermind are making $50K in 3 days. Like, I got triggered. Honestly, I got triggered at first. And I'm like, what do I need to work on? You know, like, what's an area that I can get better? So I'm telling you this because it really changed everything for me. It's a game changer. And I said, oh my gosh, I want to create my own mastermind. So here it is. So to recap, in January, Perfect Personal Brand Program, Podcast Mini Course, and Masterminds. You can join all free for a special price. Just DM me for all the info, all the details. Thank you for being here. Thank you for attending. I hope you got something out of this. I love you all, and I'll see you very soon in my inbox, okay? If you have any questions, comment in my inbox. It's going to be amazing. Mwah. I love you all, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Powerful Female Leaders podcast. If you love this episode, make sure to spread the message, leave a review, and subscribe. I would forever be grateful for you. I also want to hear from you, and I want to know your feedback and your questions for future episodes. So don't be shy, say hi, and send me a message at Powerful Female Leaders Podcast on Instagram. Until then, I'll see you on the next episode.